So nobody knows what assets are going to perform the absolute best in a market cycle. A lot of it comes down to traction, narrative, timing, a little bit of luck. And that's how we get those insane candles and coins that just rise out of nowhere that nobody was paying attention to. But I had a viewer ask me what my top 10 assets were for here in 2025 in this bull market cycle. And I want to take you guys through this list. I want to break down a few smaller assets as well, some lower cap ones that I'm watching very closely that I think people need to have on their radar. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell, it's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. Now, some of these are going to look pretty familiar to you. Some of these you may have never heard of before, guys. This is not a sponsored video. This is just my honest thoughts on this market cycle, and I want to take you through it. Now, obviously, XRP is the third largest market cap in all of crypto. One of the reasons why I think XRP is more of a safe play in this market cycle is, one, it has real world utility. It's used to facilitate cross-border payments right now. Likely XRP spot ETF coming here in 2025. Strong conviction in terms of holders. It's been one of the best to hold up since we had our big surge in November. And what you're seeing is it really gained some significant traction in the crypto market. A lot of viewership, obviously, on YouTube right now. A lot of people talking about it. And it's likely going to continue to do well in this market cycle as we move forward. Now, obviously, ADA, I talk about here on the channel as well. It's actually number 9. Oh, it just jumped to the 9th highest market cap in all of crypto. That's pretty cool. And the reason why I'm saying ADA is there have been significant ecosystem developments. Still yet to see major ecosystem adoption, but it's being tested out by governments and enterprises around the world. There's likely to be major stable coins that are flowing into Cardano. And just for the simple fact that there is huge conviction in terms of holders, there's strong community sentiment, and the fact that it also tends to outperform when we are seeing adoption, when the market is popping. In fact, I did a video just the other day talking about exactly this. What we've seen is there's those moments where the market heats up and then ADA actually starts outperforming the total 3. When the market's kind of in the dumps, it tends to underperform it. And we're getting into some times of overperformance. So I think, yes, ADA has a huge opportunity to surprise a lot of people the deeper we get into this market cycle. SHIB, obviously I talk about here on the channel every single day here as well. And SHIB has been kind of the same way. It's one of those that's kind of flown under the radar. People haven't been paying attention. A lot of people have actually stopped talking about SHIB on YouTube, which is surprising because it's been doing some great things here. It's been slowly but steadily rising to the upside. Fundamentals have been good for a very long period of time. Conviction is incredibly high. It has one of the longest average hold times in all of crypto. Whales continue to accumulate. Exchange supply is just absolutely cratering. So I think there's going to be a moment where it kind of breaks wide open and goes on some incredible runs, right? Now, as far as Stellar goes, XLM, I'm kind of grouping XLM, HBAR, Algo into the same basket. All three of these, I think, have an opportunity to do really well because of that US-based narrative. If you guys haven't noticed, US-based layer ones have been some of the better performers since November. They've been some of the better performers as we started to see this big week of crypto, crypto legislation. Crypto legislation. So like I've said in a dedicated video to it, I thought that those US-based cryptos like XRP, ADA, XLM, Algo, and HBAR were going to be the 5 that really brought us into this next big wave in the crypto market. And it's looking like that continues to be the case. Chainlink. All right. Link is just the coin that never seems to really move per se. It does and it doesn't, right? And the crazy thing about Link is I would think that it would be a lot higher with the amount of integrations that it is getting. It's getting sucked into all these different ecosystems or using Chainlink infrastructure. And the fact that it hasn't really taken off yet leads me to believe that at some point it's going to. It's obviously done incredibly well over the last month. It's up about 48%, but it really seems like this market cycle is the one where Chainlink can in fact gain a lot of traction and really make some significant moves. BitTensor, one of the largest AI coins in the crypto space, it's up only about 23% over the last month. AI has been kind of slow to catch up here on this pump, and that's fine because usually it leads off with the layer ones, then eventually it rotates to AI. Sometimes you get a meme coin pump before that, and then it rotates to AI, and then it flows back around to L1s. For anybody who's been in this market cycle long enough, you know what I'm talking about. So I think we're waiting for a nice big push, but BitTensor has been strong and steady for a very long period of time. And, amongst several other of those AI assets, Render, Near, those ones just continue to just chug along and show a lot of resilience. And remember, AI is one of the sectors that is likely to see huge inflows of capital. That and real world asset tokenization, blockchains and platforms, those are the ones that are probably going to see some pretty serious interest as we get deeper into this cycle. Ondo, another one, same thing. Real world asset tokenization has been incredibly steady for a long period of time. It's been bought by World Liberty Financial. I mean, there's a lot of what's that, a potentially $16 trillion market for real world asset tokenization. And Ondo seems to be a big player in that name. Another one that's kind of flying under the radar, actually, Virtuals. Another AI project, 77th largest asset in crypto, only up 9%. But for whatever reason, Virtuals just tends to get a bug up its butt every now and then. And it goes on some of these just rip-roaring rallies. Obviously, take a look back here in the late part of 2024. It ran from about like 6 cents all the way up to $4.50. Even back here in April, it ran from about, 45 cents or so, all the way up to $2.44. So these are the type of runs that Virtual can do quite frequently. It wouldn't surprise me if on this next big rally in the market, if it's surging past that all-time high of $4.50 and makes even further moves, right? JASM, fan favorite, one of the better performers, especially in the early part of this bull market cycle, early 2024. It's been kind of quiet as of late. It pumped 40% over the last month, but JASM is one that I wouldn't really be surprised if, it's surging past 10 cents when it does make this next big move in the market, when we're seeing adoption. I really like JASM, to be honest with you guys. Now this is where we get kind of a little bit more into the weeds here. I don't know why this jumped onto the wrong page. So I'm going to group a couple of these together. Why is this not jumping? There we go. I'm going to group a couple of these together. So AMP is actually a coin that I was very heavily in last market cycle. It did well, then things kind of faded off. But I'm talking about AMP. I'm talking about Alchemy Pay, which I think is just a little bit further down here. Basically, these crypto pay rail systems, I think, have an opportunity to do incredibly well, especially if we see some sort of passage on crypto spending, tax exemption, whether that's the $300, $600 threshold. I think you're going to see what is a currently niche market, crypto spending, become more of a central focus here in the U.S. and other nations throughout the world. But if the U.S. passes this, it's a pretty darn big deal, and you're going to start seeing a lot of these platforms really take off in a big way. You're going to see a lot of enterprises start to target that exact same thing. I mean, we've seen, PayPal move to that route. There are a few others that are doing the same thing as well. But I think those are things that need to be on people's radar, is those pay rail systems. TARS AI, you guys have heard me talk about TAI here on the channel before. $71 million market cap, lower cap. I think that they have so many things going on right now with Google, with Amazon, amongst other things. I mean, they have a token buyback and burn that's going on. I mean, there's so many things to love about this project. Just for a little bit of context, I first bought TAI actually like back here was like 10 something. I think it was like right there. And then I bought some like right down here too, because I really like what this project is doing. So that's another one that's kind of floating under the radar that I think a lot of people are missing. It's got a Solana Foundation grant, pretty big deal there. Simple AI, this is kind of a newer token, only 4 million market cap there. Starting to do incredibly well. It can actually do DApp AI integration. It's a pretty slick project. You guys should check that one out. But that's done obviously really well over the last month. Again, $4 million market cap. And if it surges up to where some of those other AI coins are, I mean, that's where there's some huge potential for growth. Now, guys, nothing in this video is financial advice, right? We all got to find the assets that are best for us. You got to find the opportunities to take advantage of the market. You got to find the opportunities to take profit and secure your gains as well. But I think this is the kind of market cycle where, regardless of what token you're in, as long as they're taking steps forward and making progress and really preparing for the future, which is adoption, they're likely going to do well. There's a lot of new retail that's going to be coming to the crypto market. They're looking for assets that are basically outside of BTC and Ethereum. and you're probably gonna do just fine. Okay, this is the market cycle where everybody's a winner, if you will. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts. What are your favorite coins? What are your top 10 for this market cycle? Do you agree with me on a lot of these assets? So have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.